my new father-in-law, Peter Dow.
Hey!
Yeah! Go on, Peter.
Thank you, Douglas. My new son-in-law. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Peter Dow. I'm the proud father of the beautiful, beautiful bride today.
Yeah. Great.
I'd also like to thank everybody for coming. You know, it's been fantastic seeing friends, family, people I've never met before, people I've known really well, people I'm quite embarrassed about. But it's really great being here. Thank you very much for that. I'd also like to thank particularly Susie and Caris for coming and looking so radiant and so proud.
Yeah.
I'd like to start by welcoming Doug to the family. Thank you very much. I'm delighted to have you as my first and newest son-in-law, which is fantastic. Do you know, when I first met Doug, I understood he had two careers. Firstly and foremostly, he was an accountant. Secondly, he was a stand-up comedian. I knew one of those careers would never last. I mean, how ridiculous, accountancy. By the way, when I practiced speech this morning, it was only 2.5 hours, so I hope you've all got it. As a new father-in-law, taking my responsibilities very seriously, I know there's going to be lots of challenges along the way, new responsibilities. Nappy changing. Long walks through the park in a pushchair. Holding hands when we cross the road. And that's just Doug. Goodness knows when the children come. When I was sort of researching, doing the speech, I kind of looked up on Google and Wikipedia and all that sort of thing. What's the right way to do a speech? And they said one of the important things, as one of the kind of older members of the gathering, to pass on some sort of key kind of messages, some key things that I've learned through my life, things, you know, differences between men and women, relationships between men and women. And I sort of wrote down here some of the key things that I've sort of picked up over the years, and important things to remember. When a woman goes to a cupboard, tries on a dress she probably hasn't worn for a while, it's a bit tight, she assumes she's gained weight. A man goes to a cupboard, tries on a suit he hasn't worn for a while, it's a bit tight, he assumes it's shrunk. Communication in relationships is very important. Everyone's got to remember communication, the word to communicate in a relationship. And arguments. Men and women do have arguments, it's true. A woman always likes to have the last word. All of us want to know that. And of course, in an argument, anything a man says after a woman's had the last word is a new argument. Remember that. And the other thing I've kind of picked up over the years is, as a married man, don't worry, don't have to think about the mistakes you've made. There's no point in two of you having to remember those. And I got this saying, and I don't know how positive this saying was, but I thought it was quite funny when I read it. In the first year of a marriage, the wife speaks and the husband listens. In the second year of marriage, the husband speaks and the wife listens. In the third year of marriage, they both speak and the neighbours listen. So they were my pearls of wisdom. And any part, and again my research sort of suggested that any part of a speech, you should always kind of talk about your daughter and your memories of your daughter and the key things about Laura over the years. And I've got a few things that I sort of put down. First and foremost, this is a very personal memory, and I don't know how it resonated again. It just resonates with me, was that Laura was a little bit demanding when she was little. And even though at 11 months she could walk, she could crawl, she could climb the stairs, she could still, she would still be quite demanding. So I was always in a rush going to work in the morning, and we had quite a small house, and the stairs were kind of this living room, the stairs, and you come meet up the stairs. And in the morning, I'd get up and I'd be in a rush, and Laura would wake up, and I'd wake up, I'd bring it down, and turn the TV on, Nickelodeon, I think it was, put it on the TV, rush upstairs, go racing, Daddy. Laura, Daddy, Carrie. So I come to them and say, Laura, I'm rushing, Daddy. So I rush downstairs, bring her upstairs, put her on the bed, toys to play with. Anyway, rush back down to the toilet downstairs. Last brush of the hair, I used to have hair. Just about to head out the door. I couldn't possibly delay for another second. Daddy. Started all over again. So that's a very personal memory. As Laura grew, obviously, she changed personalities. So as part of this speech, I kind of reached out to her friends and her family and asked them to give me, a few words that kind of summed Laura up. To really spell her out. So I got lists in from various people. Calm. Tranquil. Peaceful. Placid. Amicable. None of these words were on that list. but I guess Duck knows that already. Some Duck's list. And that's the final part. Now the final part, right, this is you have to indulge me here. So Laura was born on the 27th of December 1986. Big moment for me. So she was born, and after all the excitement, I was handed this little white blanket and this little baby with two really intense blue eyes, two little beads picked out in this kind of white background. So that evening, I walked down the hill from Kingston Hospital in a kind of a daze, as you do, and I undertook to write a poem, driven to poetry. I had my opening line, blue beads picked out in white. But you know what? With the passage of time, that never got written. Life happens, sadly, you never write those poems that you mean to. Until now.
Intriguing.
I wrote this poem. So bear with me. Blue beads picked out in white. A new arrival from outside. A brand new feeling, southern light, took my breath away. So small and slight. The eyes that were to change my life. And want me to understand all the things that might, and brought a new dad to write. With that first childhood hug, who knew one day you'd be with Doug? Then you grew.
1986.
Oh, sorry. And then you grew and went on your way. And now, upon your wedding day, my thoughts go back to their night. Those blue beads. To Laura and Doug.
Oh, fantastic.